Okay, good morning, 7th grade. Welcome to Wednesday over the hump day, and also Leonardo da Vinci's birthday. So, to pay tribute to the great artist, not only have we given you more factual information on him, but I'm going to do my best to continue teaching you two-point perspective to the best of my ability. So here you have our blueprint where we left off yesterday. We had put a rooftop on top of the original structure, and we also learned how to put some planks on the roof, which later on down the road we can turn into some shingles or slate or whatever you want on top of your house. Today's objective is to show you how to create a large bay window to the left of the structure, inside of which you'll be able to draw some small items that pertain to your particular structure. For example, if you want it to be a home with, say, for example, a sports theme, this might be the man cave portion of the house, and inside of which you can see a couch in front of a flat screen TV with sports memorabilia, pennants and jerseys and terrible towels and whatnot adorning the walls, etc., etc., etc. Let's say your house is a bakery. Inside the window you would see ovens. You would see utensils associated with baking, bowls, mixers, etc. You might see a table with some cupcakes on top. I'm just making this stuff up to get your brain moving. One time I had a young lady actually draw a flower shop, and inside the window you could see all sorts of different beautiful plants and flowers. So the choice is yours. Let's get started on how to make this X into a large bay window. So there's my pencil, there's my large pink eraser, and we will use our ruler again today. All right, so we're going to begin by using this left-hand vanishing point. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to line my ruler up to it, and the bottom of the window will be down here on the X, the top of the window will be up here on the X, and then we will draw the sides of the window and give it a kind of a frame. And lots of times people draw eventually window sills with flower boxes, etc., etc., etc. Okay, so there's my left-hand vanishing point. And just like we did yesterday where we attached the ruler and put a little pressure onto the right-hand vanishing point, I'm going to do the same with the left. And as you can see, it'll move up and down like a lever. And somewhere towards the bottom of the X, we're going to draw ourselves a diagonal line. And that diagonal line will create the bottom edge of our window. Okay, now let's do the top edge, and it's going to be somewhere up here, but I'm going to rely on my ruler. This time I'm going to come up from the top. I'm going to attach the ruler to the vanishing point, move it up and down like a lever, and I'm going to draw the top of the window right about here. Notice that I'm staying within the boundaries of the X. Here to here and here to here. It kind of looks like an hourglass. You've got an upside down triangle on top of a right side up triangle. Now what we're going to do is we're going to connect the sides. And when I do that, all I try to do is draw as straight a line as I possibly can so that the vertical line is parallel to the front edge of the house. It may not be perfect, but it'll be close. Okay, something like that. And like I said, if the corners of the window don't meet up exact like you have there, it's no big deal. We can kind of cheat a little bit on that corner. It's no big deal. Okay, here's the other side to my window. Vertical line parallel to the edge of the house there, like so. And let me just square up this line down here. Something like that. Excellent. Okay, so before we move along to a frame for the window, let's do this. We can now safely eliminate the X and also the vertical line that went through the X to help us locate the peak to our rooftop. Okay, so there's the inside part of the X gone, and now I'm going to remove the corners of the X. And if you accidentally erase a line that you wanted to stay more permanent, you just go back in with your pencil and ruler and reestablish and redraw that line. And I'm also going to erase the top of that vertical line from the other day. Okay, now it's time to go in and sharpen up some of these existing lines. Okay, let's reestablish the top edge of that wall. Bottom edge. And let's go around that window to sharpen it up. I'll turn my paper here. Sometimes it's a little hard to see with some of the shadows that I create because I'm working beneath kind of a bright light in my studio here. Okay. That looks pretty decent. Alright. Now, what I'm probably going to do is, I'm probably going to create an inside border to that window to give it a nice framed appearance. I'm going to do that by also staying in contact with the left-hand vanishing point, and the lines that create the frame of the window will follow the same path as the lines that are already there. So they'll be parallel. So here I am sharpening up the frame to our bay window. And in a future lesson, we'll come back in and perhaps draw some curtains and some inner details of the house. But let's continue on by penciling in the front door. So here's how I'm going to do that. Lightly, I'm going to draw an X from corner to corner onto the front of my house. Go a little lighter with these lines because we're going to erase them eventually. Alright, so there's the front of my house, and the X is going to help us determine where our door will be. So here's my recommendation on the door. We don't want to make it too tall because it won't look right proportionally. So what I tell the kiddos that I've done this lesson with prior to you guys, what I've told my students in the past is this. You can probably see remnants of where that original horizon line was before we erased it. The top edge of our door is going to be just slightly above where that original horizon line was. So it's going to be a little bit above it, maybe about a ½ inch or so. Now, to put that top edge of the door in officially, I'm going to use my ruler. Again, measurements aren't important right now. I'm just going to attach it to the right-hand vanishing point. I'm going to slide it down like a lever, and we are going to officially draw the top part of our door, and I'm going to stay on the boundary created by that letter X. So again, this is kind of like an upside down triangle. Our sides will come in like so. So I'm going to draw a vertical line here and a vertical line here. And we're going to try to keep that vertical line parallel to the existing vertical lines. So this line here is straight in line with that one there. Doesn't have to be perfect, should be close, however. And this part to the door will be penciled in like that. Okay, there's our door. Now to finalize the door, for now, I'm going to erase just the inner portion of this X for now. We'll erase the other pieces or parts to that X in a future lesson. But for now, I'm just cleaning out the middle because I'm going to add a slight frame to our door as well. So there I am, attaching my ruler to the vanishing point to the right. There's the top edge of my door frame, and the sides will connect like so. Okay, there you have it. Today's additions to our blueprint of a small little building. Put in the bay window, put in the door frame. We're going to add to this much more in future lessons. Hope you guys have a great day. Happy birthday, Leonardo da Vinci, and happy drawing. We'll see you tomorrow. Thank you.